resources, and for the build results, target path is also same. Resources. Here also the target path is same. Resources. Okay. Then if you build the whole application, you could find this to those two zip files will be available under the resources folder. Okay, this is the one change you need to do while doing a deployment. Okay. Next, what you need to add here is resources slash. Okay. Slash should be important one. Okay. This is the one thing. And to create this, okay, to create this resource folder, you need to add one more thing. Okay. To create this resource folder, you need to add one more thing here is hyphen space mkdir space hyphen p slash resources. This will make a new new folder inside your project, which is named as a resources. Okay, this is the one thing you need to do, which will be stored. The URF application will be stored here. Okay. Then after changing those dependencies and everything, you need to add a npm command for your root folder, for your root project. Okay. Here for this cap project, you need to add a npm install command to make sure that all the node modules has been added here. Okay. Okay. For now, it has given the messages zero vulnerabilities, and we are good to deploy your application. First, what you have to do here is before going to the deployment, you need to build your application. To build your application, what you have to do, a simple step. I click this mta.yaml file, create mta module template. There will be an option create mta module template. You don't choose that. Q and a build mta project. Okay. Building. Okay. We'll see is there any error. Yeah, there is no error, guys. Successfully it's build our project. Yeah, all its success, and we will get a with this message is build is succeed. Okay. Yeah, then we are good to go for a deployment. To deploy it, to deploy this, this is our cap, this is our application. Okay. See, this is our whole root project. Inside the root project, the resources, if you see under the resources, okay, it doesn't create a zip file.
Why do you know? Why do we need these zip files? So we can directly deploy that empty archive under the empty archive. Once the build is completed, so under the empty archives, one folder will be generated, right? One
Yeah,
file.
correct. Yeah, correct, Nitish. We can able to deploy that.
Hmm.
See what we have added to make a new directory. Okay, we have added this command, right?
Hmm.
mkdir. Inside the project, so you need to add a resource file. Under the resource file, we are telling that in a empty.yaml to add
Okay.
those two zip files, those two
Okay.
UI applications.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I'm checking why
Hmm.
it has not added in this resources.
Okay.
While deploying the application, the UI application has to be deployed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that I am checking what was the mistake we have done here. Build result is fine. Resources, target path. Okay, resources. Everything looks good. mkdir-p. We'll see whether the UI file deploy YAML file is there. Yeah, inside this, the task zipper is there. Fine. Mm, okay. What we will do, we will remove this command for now, and we will try to rebuild once again. Build empty project. It's taking some time. Builder custom commands is fine. Yes, gen slash srv instances not modules srv API default URL. It will be the service URL, and it's a gen slash db. Yes, here one mistake I have done. Yes, this one I have to give a dot. Yeah. Okay, once I give this dot, and then if I add that command, okay, now we will see. Okay, yes, this is what. Okay, there's two zip files what I have looked into. Fine. I needed two zip files. Okay, what I have changed here means for this application deployer, I have earlier it was a gen. Okay, instead of the gen, I have given a root directory path. Okay, for that I have given only the dot so that it will refer this root directory. Inside the root directory, it will create this resource folder, and you could see the two zip files in this resource folder. Okay, now we are good to deploy. Okay, once I click on this empty.archive, once you build your CAP application, the empty.archive file will be empty underscore archive file will be created. Just you go right click and deploy that archive file. Okay, the mtar file. Yeah, we will see. Sorry guys, we need to sign in before do that. Okay, I will sign with SSO and with default identity provider, and just copy this code and give your SSO. Click on sign in. Once you sign, it will ask for a organization and the space. Select the organization as well as the space, organization and the space, and click on apply. Okay. Once it's done, it will automatically run the deployment. If you see here, so far we have created a multiple dependencies. We have asked to create a destination. We have asked to create a SRV, DB authorization. So for that, each and every process, see here, creating service of a DB, creating a service of a authorization, processing service of a destination, creating a service of a destination. Those instances and services will be created in our cockpit. Okay, it will take some time to create. We'll see if there is any error. Deploying the content module, app deploy destinations, creating the service keys for the instance, At the first time of the deployment, it will take few more minutes, guys, to deploy. Once your first time deployment is done, then it will won't take time. Okay, at the first time, it has to create a multiple dependencies as instances on the services, so that it will be taking more time. Started asynchronous upload of application, staging your application, then it will start your application once the staging is done. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you get a messages, build a task, build or deploy task has been completed and it has been deployed successfully without any error. Our app application, our CAPM application, first CAPM application has been deployed to our Cloud Foundry. Okay, where you can check this. Okay, once your application is deployed, where you can check this? You can check it in your space. Okay, we have asked to deploy it in your space, right? You see, there is a two applications is created. One is for a project DB deployer, and this is our application. It has been started. I'm navigating to this SRV. It's under the start state. Okay. Fine. If you want to open your application from here directly, you can click on this link and you can open your application. If there is any error in your deployment, how you can check that means here there is a log. Okay, for each and every step that you have seen while in the deployment, the logs will be logged in this file. Okay, you can directly download this log, or if you want to see a particular log, you can just click on this spec symbol. Then you can see what is the detailed information about the logs. Okay, so far we have not any deployment error, so we are good to go with the next step. Fine, and the events overview. Okay, fine. When I go to this trial and I navigating to services, in the services instance and subscriptions, if you see as I told earlier, it will create a 4 instances. Okay, I will show you that too. There are 4 instances as created. This Ana Cloud is a default one, and apart from this, this integration runtime is a different one. Here for our first CAP project, HTML5 application repository service. This is the one of the services created as an instance, and the destination service is also created. And for the HANA schemas and the HTA container, one service one instance has created, and for the authorization and the trust management service, one instance has created. If you're navigating to this destination, see here, your destination is not created as an actual destination. It has created as a destination as a service. Okay, destination itself, it has created as a service. Okay, here you could see the multiple destinations has created. One is a first CAP authorization with authentication, the proxy type and the URL, or to token exchange. It's a client credential for the HTML5 repository. This is for authorization. This is for the HTML file repository and this is for the SRV. For SRV, there is no authentication. The proxy type is internet and this is the URL. For UEFI, the default destination is also created. Okay, these are all the destinations as created as a service. You can see that. Fine. And now we are going to map our HANA instances. Okay. What we are going to do now, we need to map our HANA instances. Okay. For that, just navigating to the instance and subscriptions tab. In the instance and subscription, you could see a SAP HANA Cloud. Okay, click on this SAP HANA Cloud. It will open a SAP HANA Cloud Central. In this, it should be in a running state. Okay. uh, but the instance we have created, click on the three dot and click on a open in SAP HANA Database Explorer, this option. Okay, once you open that, it will be asked for a username and password. I will stop sharing for a few minutes, guys. I have signed in with a password, username and the password which we have created yesterday. Fine. If you see here, Uh, the ANA Cloud DB admin, under that you have seen a catalog, database, diagnostic files, HTA containers, and you could see it's a general information. It's for the HANA Cloud DB admin. But we couldn't see our things. Okay, what are the tables and the views which we have created for our CAP project? We couldn't see that. For that, what you have to do, you need to add an instance. You need to click on this plus icon and you should sign into a Cloud Foundry account. Okay, the default identity provider. We have not added any alternate identity provider and click on authorize. Right. Sign in is successful. Then you navigate here. You could see that the instances and the instances types. Okay, here in this instance type, select for the HDI container. In the HDI container, you should see your first CAP project instance. Okay, this is the HDI container. Select on this and click on OK. Okay, and while adding this, you will be getting a few errors. That is a error, timeout error, like that. You can just ignore it. See, I could say that this retrieve service key, it's in still progress. This is a timeout error, guys. You can just ignore it. You don't need to worry about that. To overcome that error, you just gently refresh the screen until this error gone. Okay, refresh 2 to 3 times or 4 times. This error will be gone. Just give some time. After that, you can refresh it. Then you could see what are all the tables and the views or schemas that has been created for your project. Yes, if you see, now you can see all the things, which is tables. First, I will go to the table. In the table, the what are the tables that we have created for the customers? We have created the table. Inside that, what are all the columns? Created at, created by, modified at, first name, everything is there. You could see the data as well. Okay, these are all the data we have created. There is a 6 data is present as of now. Okay, fine. This is fine. Okay. Yeah, we have added our first HANA instance. Okay, HANA instance to our HANA database, and you can directly um, use your HANA database related data in your application itself. You can directly do that also. You can directly do that. For that, what you have to do, you need to do a different changes. It's required a small change. As of now, once we run this application, you will be getting a data in a SQLite database. And if you want to get a data from the HANA database, we should need some changes that I will cover in the next session. How you can get a directly a data from a database within your local project itself. I'll be covering in the next session. So far, we have deployed your application to our Cloud Foundry and we have connected to our HANA-DB instance. Okay, and we have seen that what are all the instances and the subscriptions has been created for this project and the dependencies. Okay, this is a very important concept, guys. Please try to do your hands on. If you have any doubt or you are getting any deployment error or a build error, please let me know. We will try to rectify that in a next class. Okay, fine.